We're going to start front row, left side. Jeremy?
I guess your teammate, Harrison Barnes, he was part of the only other final series where a team rallied from a 3-1 deficit. He was actually on the losing side of that one, but I'm wondering if he's talked to you a little bit, or the team a little bit, or given any advice about what it's like to battle back from a deficit like this.
Well, no, he hasn't really talked about that. I feel like his situation was, like you said, the complete opposite. So, I mean, it's just been really the same kind of common theme throughout the locker room. Obviously, him being one of our vets, you know, he's probably one of the first ones to say it. But, yeah, I mean, it just starts with, you know, believing first.
We go second row, right side.
Howie Casoy, New York Post. Stephon, I mean, how challenging was it 2 days after a loss like that? And, you know, every game you go into it with a new mentality, but I mean, knowing that they could win a title tomorrow on your home floor, how does that change your thinking going into the game?
I mean, I think our mindset coming into every game is going to be the same. I mean, trying to have short-term memory through wins and losses. Because I feel like if the way we started the first half, I think if we would have just played like it was 0-0 instead of kind of taking our foot off the gas and acting like we, you know, had a lead, even though we did have a lead, but playing like we had a lead, I feel like that's what sparked their comeback. So, yeah, having short-term memory through the good and the bad has helped us really all year.
Third row, black shirt.
Melvin Carsensi, BasketUSA.com. Stephon, I'm curious, you know, when you look back at the game and you can kind of like see the mistakes that were made during their run, but when it happens, how hard is it to kind of like go from, you know, you, your teammates, the coach saying what to do or what not to do, and then actually stopping their run and like doing what you're supposed to do versus kind of like letting it happen?
I don't think it's that hard to do. I think we did some of the wrong stuff. I think our shot selection wasn't great, but I think it started with our defense. Just going back and watching it, we got let off the hook a lot in the second half. We had some bad defensive possessions, and even though they didn't make the shot, so it didn't really feel that bad, I feel like the possession itself was still bad, and I feel like it was just a trickle-down effect for the rest of the second half. So, you know, they were able to generate a lot of open shots, whether they made them or missed them. And, you know, eventually they started to fall for them, and I feel like that's how their comeback started.
First row, left side.
Hector Ledesma, Clutch Points. Steph, you hit on this a little while ago. The fact that you guys have been right there in every single game, how do you balance the wiping away of that frustration as you move forward in terms of, you know, heading into Game 5?
I think just our confidence. I mean, we've had a 10-plus point lead in every single game. So, I mean, just trying to stay poised throughout that and try and keep our foot on the gas, really. I feel like once we get those leads, we start to play a little bit different, take our foot off the gas defensively. But, yeah, I just think we have to, you know, stay aggressive but be smart through it.
And then one more from me. Does the chance to make history, is that important to you guys at all? Obviously winning the title is, but being the, you know, matching the only other team to come back from 3-1, is that something that's talked about, that resonates with you guys? Does that matter?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely matters. I feel like we've made history all year, and I mean, we've proven that, you know, with our backs against the wall, that, you know, we can step up. So, you know, I don't really expect this to be any different.
Second row, right side.
How much do you take from those games against the Thunder when the season was on the line twice? And I guess, is it hard not to look back with some regret at the opportunities that were missed in these first couple games?
Yes. I mean, it's definitely hard looking back at it and just thinking about what the series score could be, you know, based off self-inflicted mistakes. But, I mean, the reality of it is, I mean, we're here now, so. And it's not too late to, you know, fix those mistakes. And, you know, I think we can do it. I mean, looking back at the OKC series, you know, a whole different series. whole different game plan, way different team. So, I mean, just the pressure side of it probably could help us with that series. But I think, internally, I feel like just going game to game and, taking it a game at a time with this series is going to help us to try and close this out. But, I mean, like I said, I think we're pretty confident we can do it. I mean, each game we've been up and pretty much controlled the game for most of the game. So just trying to stay composed and poised through that.
Thank you, Steph. Dylan Harper, first row.
How you doing today, Dylan? What's the mindset for you guys, the hole you're in, and what you've got to do to get out of it?
I mean, I feel like everyone took a day to relax, debrief, and just hit that reset button. But, we got another great opportunity to go and prove who we are as a team. So, I mean, that's the biggest focus for us 40 hours from now.
It's only happened once in the finals that a team has come all the way back from 3-1, and Harrison was actually on the Golden State team that happened to. I was wondering if that was 2016. I'm wondering if you remember that series, if you watched it. I think you were 10 years old.
I definitely watched it. That was probably serious to remember. I mean, they're the only team to ever do it. But just all the, my biggest takeaway was just the performances that, obviously LeBron, Kyrie, that they put on just to have that comeback. So yeah, I mean that's probably the latest series I remember. Yeah.
That give you any kind of hope that it's happened before, it could happen again?
Yeah, I mean we always got hope. I think our biggest thing in the locker rooms is keep having that belief, and not letting anyone take that away from us, because that's how we ultimately got here.
Third row, black shirt.
Melvin Carsensi, BasketUSA.com. Dylan, you started the game 4 with a huge run. They had a huge run of their own. What makes stopping a run like that, or not letting it snowball? What makes it hard?
I feel like the biggest thing for us is just can't take our foot off the gas in a sense. Can't get comfortable with a lead. It's the NBA Finals, anything can happen like we just saw. But just at the end of the day, we just gotta stay together as a group.
So many people here.
All right. Devin Vassel, first row.
What is sort of the mentality now? Your back's against the wall, 3-1. You got to do this 3 times. How do you guys tackle that challenge?
One game at a time. Just one game at a time. It's a lot of stuff that we watched and filmed that we feel like we can control and we can be better at. And so nothing is guaranteed, nothing is promised, but we know we at least got one game. And so we need to go 1-0, and whatever we need to do for that to happen, we're going to do that.
Has HB talked to you about his experience in the 2016 finals? It's the only time a team has blown a 3-1 lead. He was on the wrong side of it, obviously. But
yeah. No, he hasn't. And thank you for saying that, because that's probably something that we need to talk to HB about. But we're all motivated. We're all ready to go. Obviously after the game, it's tough, and, locker room's quiet, and we're trying to figure out exactly what happened, what went wrong. Fast forward 48 hours later, same goal, same mission, and we feel like we've played them really good for the past 4 games. We just really haven't been able to close out games. So obviously a credit to them, but we feel like we have been able to control a lot of this series, and we just got to figure out how to finish these games.
Third row, black shirt.
Melvin Carsensi, BasketUSA.com. Both team had huge runs in the last game. I'm curious what makes getting back to executing the game plan so hard when your head is underwater.
Really good question. I think from the beginning of the season we've hung our hat on the defensive end, and when we're not getting stops, when we're not communicating, when we're not doing the things that got us into position that got us a lead, everything else trickles down. So our offense is the same. We're not getting out in transition. We're not running the same sets that we're normally doing. And so I just think that at the end of the day, we've always said that we're a defensive team. And if we can stay doing that, even during a run, if we can cut down a run from it being a 20-4 run to a 10-4 run and getting stops, then we'll be all right.
First row on the end.
Hector Ledesma, Clutch Points. Dev, how long does it take to flush a game like Game 4? And this might be kind of dumb, but to a certain extent, do you not want to totally flush it because you want to, I think you know where I'm coming from, you don't want to forget what that was like?
Transparency. Yesterday was probably the most I thought about it. Obviously, with the game being that night, I thought about it that night. Thought about it yesterday. Woke up this morning ready to go, ready to execute the game plan for the next day. And I think that's everybody's mindset. Is cool. We're not gonna sit here and keep thinking about what we could have done, what should have happened with this or that. That's not changing the result of anything. And so at the end of the day, we just got to be ready to execute the game plan. Trust what the coaches got for us, and be ready to go.
And while obviously there's a task at hand, right? Jeff alluded to this earlier, the potential making of history or matching history. Is that something that you guys have talked about that enters your mind collectively in terms of rallying from that 3-1 deficit to win a title?
I think, of course, but you can't think about that honestly at all, because you got to start off going 1-0. You can't look too far in the future, because I said literally there's nothing promised for us right now. We got our back against the wall. So let's just focus on trying to go 1-0, which starts tomorrow. And then from there, we just try to walk it down.
Thank you, Devin.